Hi everyone, so it's me, Curtis Parody. So I've had the Sims 3 late night for over a week now, and it's high time I did a review. So there's a few things I want to go through about the new Sims 3 late night. I have them all on the list, so let's just go down the list. The first item on the list is Create a Sim. There were some added sliders built into there for a few other body, recreating different body types. There's also new clothing and new accessories based around either going to the club or becoming a superstar Sim. The second thing I really want to talk about is the movie studio. This basically goes along with the Superstar Sim idea, which is your Sim can now become an actor, a director, and I'm not sure if there's anything else, but I think it's just the actor and the director. There's two different fields you can go into. It's a basic job. The movie studio is a rabbit hole, so you will not see your Sims at work. Even though the studio has sort of like a back lot to it, you don't actually get to see anything while they're at work. Now, one of the big things that people really loved about the late night was apartments. I had a chance to actually have a Sim live in apartments. Yeah, it was fun to have them live in there, but one of the things I actually had a problem with was the fact that, one, all the apartments I found were very small, and two, I found that the buildings that the apartments were in, there was only one apartment in them. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm not really sure, but the times that I've always looked, there was only one apartment in one big high-rise building. So in theory, it was like a small house, but it was just about 10 stories up in the sky. Now, something that I really have been looking forward to for a long time, and you all know it, and you can say it with me if you know it, and it is hot tubs are here in The Sims 3. Now, as you know, I've been a long advocate of getting the hot tubs into The Sims 3 because, let's face it, it was in the original Sims, it was in The Sims 2, but for some reason it wasn't in The Sims 3 at launch, but now we finally got it. And we also got a few other cool things as well. Now for hot tubs, there were two different hot tub models. I'm kind of depressed that there was only two, but hopefully in the future they'll release more. And pools actually got sort of like a makeover, which was really cool. You can now create pools on any level of your house. You can also make curved pools and, there's other cool things. There's also something called it's a fountain tool, and there's different fountains, and there's also, it's a pool, but it's very thin. It's not very thin, but it's very shallow. It's like a fountain, I guess. That's why they call it a fountain. I don't know. It's basically just a pool, but it's shallow. So you can have different fountains now and stuff like that. And I've been putting fountains in my pools just because it looks cool. And it's really fun to play around with. I really like the idea of having curved walls. Plus you can make them any length and any width. So you get like really cool different curves and stuff. So that's one thing I'm really excited about for pools. And as for the hot tubs, again, only two models. Kind of depressed about that, but at least we got hot tubs. We still don't have a diving board, though, for that pool. Now with late night, the main idea behind late night, of course, was to go out to the bar or the club or the lounge, whatever you want to call it. You're going to go out, and your Sim's going to drink, they're going to dance, and they're going to have a good time. So my experience with the bars and the clubs, it's been good and bad all at the same time. Good things are, I like the clubs, I think they're nice. EA did a really good job designing them and everything like that. Problem though, and I believe this might be a glitch with the game that could be resolved in the future, is that there's never anyone at the clubs. When I go to a club with my Sim, there's always my Sim, the bartender or the mixologist, and there's probably someone playing an instrument, and then there'll be the bouncer at the door. That's it. No one else at the bar. Where is everyone? And I go to different bars all around the town. There's no one there. So I don't know if this is a glitch, if it's a feature, or what's going on with it, but it kind of ticks me off. Now with the new lounges and the clubs and all that other fun stuff, you get new instruments too. We got pianos, we got drums, we've got bass guitars, I don't know what we got. We got a bunch of instruments, and it's awesome. There's also like a new stage feature. Basically it raises up the floor like a tiny bit to add a stage effect. It's kind of cool, but it's at the same time I kind of think it's kind of pointless, but it's nice to have if you want to put a stage in your house or in your club. Now when you want to get around at night, you can use the new subway system that's built into the game. Subways are just a rabbit hole, so your Sim will go into it, and then they will come out at a different location. So instead of using a car or a taxi or any other mode of transportation, they can just basically go into this building or rabbit hole or subway, and they can come out at a different location. Really, I didn't expect them to have like the idea of going down and seeing your Sim on a subway car and traveling underneath ground, because basically I think that would have been just too much. The rabbit hole idea for this is good. For other buildings, not so much. Now, when your sim becomes more of a superstar, it's kind of awesome. You can actually track your sim's superstarism with their star level. So you have 5 stars, and you have to do certain tasks to get more stars. So basically, you go out in public, you go do dance competitions, and you do all this other stuff. And the more stars you get, and the more popular you get, and other sims will come up to your sim and they'll take pictures, they'll ask for autographs. It's kind of cool. Plus, if you go to a bar or a club, you'll instantly get in usually, and if there's a VIP area, you'll usually get into that as well. Now, if your sim is at home and they're a superstar and they can afford it, or any other sim, basically, there is the new Butlers. They're kind of cool. I kind of had some problems with my first Butler, but after a while I got it figured out. Now, if you want a Butler, basically all you do is use the phone just like a maid and you call him, but he'll actually live at your house, so you better have an extra bedroom available or at least a bed. Because when he comes, you can click on any bed in the house, and you set it to the butler's bed. After that, your butler will then live with you until forever, unless you run out of money, or you don't keep up a good enough relationship with your butler, which is something I had a problem with at first, because I just kind of let my butler do whatever, and then one day I realized, oh, he's not really here anymore, is he? Like, my sim is hungry, but there is no food. Where is the food? And then I was like, oh, there's no butler in the house. So you have to keep up a relationship with your butler before doing anything else, but if you keep up a good relationship and you got the money, you can have a butler. And last but not least, of course, the one thing I know a lot of people were looking forward to. I think I've said that a few times, the one thing. Yeah, there's a lot of one things in this video. Vampires, of course, lots of people love them, and I had a little bit of an experience with vampires. I got one of my sims to be bitten, and then they turned into a vampire, so yay! It was fun. We actually did that at the live stream. So, yeah, vampires are a big thing. They kind of, they have like the classic red eyes, and they drink the blood and all that other fun stuff. They do not glitter, so that's a hark back to my original talk about The Sims 3 Late Night, where I'm like, they'll glitter like never before, but they won't because they don't glitter. So for all those people that hate Twilight, Twilight did not invade The Sims. Get over it, okay? Let's calm down a little bit. But they do run really fast. If you watch The Vampire's Assistant, where they flint around, it's basically the same idea. I seen that once. I seen someone like just zip away, and I was just like, whoa, that person just flinted. And I was like, wow, that movie is stuck in my head for some reason. Anyway, guys, I think this is a great game. I would highly recommend it for anyone who wants to go out and get it. Probably the best expansion pack for The Sims 3 at this time. And there's a few problems with it, the glitches, and I had some problems where my sim wouldn't go to work some days, which was just annoying, because you click on the action, go to work, and they'd stand there and stand there and stand there, and then the action would disappear, and then I would go, ah! And then I would try it again, but it still wouldn't work. So something maybe that they have to work on, I'm not really sure. Hopefully it's not like a persistent bug that stays in the game, or maybe it's a feature that we just don't know about yet. Anyway, guys, in the end, I would rate this game probably about 4 stars, or maybe we can use something else really cool. Maybe it's 4 plumb bobs. There we go. That's how I'll rate games now for The Sims 3. It'll be 4 plumb bobs, and I think it's good. The only reason it's not 5 is just because there's a few glitches at launch, but, every game has those, so that's just something you have to get used to. And the fact that there's no one in my clubs ever is something that just pees me off a little bit. I want to thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe. There's a button above to click the subscribe button. You'll get filled in with other Sims 3 news. I also do Sims 3 houses, which are presumably pretty good. Lots of people really like them. Also below there is a like button. Thumb me up. You got those thumbs? Donate some thumbs. Thumb up. You can also post a comment in the comment section below, and I will read it and discuss whatever else you want. Also, you can find more of my videos on my main channel. There is a link over here somewhere. It says my name, so just click on it. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you later, and you have a great day. If you're playing The Sims today or tomorrow or anytime, remember, happy simming.